This week on Carolina All Out.
Nice. Well, they're getting bigger. That's a beautiful dark bass. Well, we're here today with our good friend Al Beaman from Dakota Blue.
Doing it, son.
Whoa. Another beautiful Carolina bass.
What's that, 10, 12 pounds?
What do you say? I had to look up over top of his girth. He's so big. Country rockin' bass fishing.
This is Carolina All Out.
The All Out crew is headed to Greene County for some rest and relaxation on the water. It's not every day you get invited to a private lake that's managed for largemouth bass, but when you do, you take it. The bass are in pre-spawn mode, and that means they're on the prowl for food to store up some weight before they start making their beds and eating very little while they defend their eggs.
It's a beautiful spring day here, and it couldn't be any better hanging out with a friend, Al Beaman from Dakota Blue. You ready to go get it done, Al?
I'm ready to do it.
Let's catch some big bass.
Nothing says North Carolina like a beautiful spring day with a bait caster in hand. And what better fish to chase than the largemouth bass?
There you go. There you go.
Bass fishing has become an American icon, and it's one of North Carolina's favorite pastimes.
Look at that.
That's what we came for, right?
That's right.
North Carolina native Al Beaman has two passions, fishing and performing. Since he was a youngster, Al had a love for music. Even while playing in the rock and roll scene for several years, Al never stopped singing the classic country songs he knew in his childhood.
Have you been doing this music thing?
I have been playing music. I've been singing since I was 8 years old, probably. I've been playing in a band for the last 20 years. Played in a rock band for 15 years, and then actually I did that and Dakota Blue for probably 6, 8 months.
Wow.
And it eventually fell apart, and Dakota Blue has continued on.
Yeah, what was the big inspiration? Did you start out in church, or were you in just family encouraging you to
Honestly,
sing as a
just
kid?
always loved singing, and I went to Nashville, Tennessee, I believe it was in 1992, and my aunt was there at a studio and was recording a song that she had written, and it was one of them deals where you could pay $15 or whatever, anybody could go cut a song.
Sure, yeah.
And I did Let Go to Stone and The Dance, Garth Brooks. And when we got back in the car and got headed out of Nashville, we put my aunt's CD in, listened to it first, obviously, and then it was actually a cassette, and then put mine in, and everybody in the car was just, wow, didn't know I could do it. And I was 15 then. So again, I've always loved to sing, but just was never noted until I went to Nashville and sang in the studio.
So Nashville,
by accident.
By accident.
Dakota Blue has had a huge year. Besides writing and performing the theme song for Carolina All Out, their album Words I Wrote to You has been released nationwide on every online platform imaginable.
Eastbound down in an old pickup truck, running on fumes and a handful of luck.
The release of their Emerald Isle music video only brought more attention to their raw talents. and the group has been appreciating every last minute of it. Dakota Blue's country rock sound has been acquiring fans every day, and when Al isn't performing or spending time with his family, there's nothing he enjoys more than getting out on the water for some well-deserved R&R.
Looking at girls drinking cheese.
What's it like to raise a family being a road man?
It's just busy. It's just busy. You feel like you miss a lot, but it's a certain passion that you have, and it's a fire I can't put out, so I have no choice but to chase it and just make it work.
Lock the door, close your eyes, tell me what you feel inside.
What makes Dakota Blue special is they're just a bunch of regular guys. They have full-time jobs, they got families, but they love playing and making music.
She's my ballroom.
Carolina All Out is brought to you by the Dixie Deer Classic, the Carolina's premier sportsman's event. XGO, those who know wear XGO. The NC Wildlife Resource Commission, conserving wildlife since 1947. Piggly Wiggly, celebrating 100 years. Farms and Land Realty, selling land is what we do. New Sport Shop, a Carolina tradition since 1953. We'll be right back with more Carolina All Out.
At New Sport Shop in Kinston, we've got the gear. From our bodacious selection of fishing and camping gear to firearms, footwear, outdoor clothing, coolers, and sunglasses. We've got you covered. Come discover our state-of-the-art indoor pistol and archery ranges and uncover unique gifts, jewelry, home decor items, and fashionable clothing inside the Villager. We're New Sport Shop on the Highway 70 bypass in Kinston. At Noose, we've got the gear.
CVA's Accura Series, Bergara barrels for guaranteed accuracy, nitride for guaranteed rust proofing, and a rifle guaranteed to be the best muzzleloader you've ever shot. CVA, it's just a better gun.
Do you love the outdoors of Carolina as much as we do? Get your official Carolina All Out gear at CarolinaAllOut.com. Show your Carolina pride with our line of hats and t-shirts. Tag us on Facebook when you're wearing your CAO gear for a chance to be featured on our page. Show your love for the Carolina outdoors. Get your official Carolina All Out gear today.
CVA's Accura Series, Bergara barrels for guaranteed accuracy, nitride for guaranteed rust proofing, and a rifle guaranteed to be the best muzzleloader you've ever shot. CVA, it's just a better gun.
Carolina All Out host Chris Douglas is on a private lake fishing for bass with Dakota Blues lead singer Al Beaman. Chris and Al are targeting bass from 3 to 7 feet of water that are holding around structure. Using bait casters with heavy mono and Cashin Elite Series rods, the boys are Texas rigging worms and working them slow across the bottom to entice bass to strike.
He felt better than he looks, but he is fighting now. The beast, he's not a bad one, but he sure won't playing around. Oh man, look, another beautiful. Gosh, these fish are beautiful, man. Oh. Hit it hard.
I want to get a
Fish are
picture of you with that fish.
very aggressive here.
I just tagged everybody on Facebook too, by the way. You ain't got to hold that one close to me like that.
I know it. Oh, just a pretty fish.
Greene County is one of those areas that doesn't get a lot of press when it comes to the outdoors. But the All Out crew has found that it holds some great opportunities, and the large number of sportsmen that started their passion for the outdoors on the Contentnia Creek that runs right through the middle of the county.
We're in mid-April. The weather was unseasonably warm back in February, and we March, and so we've been, as you can see, we're a lot further along with the leaves and the trees than we normally would be this time of year, and had some warm nights, and so all that has brought this water temperature up, and so the fish are very active and moving up into spawn, and possibly some in some of the places I've heard that they're actually in post spawn now. So that's a little bit different than this normally is, but what we're fishing right now is I'm fishing the bottom, and Al is trying a couple of different, and there's a little fish right there, picked up on the green yum worm. But you can see that, you know, fishing a private lake here in eastern North Carolina, and we've got a band of cypress that comes out away from the bank here. And so we're fishing right along this band. If you can see back behind me, you see the cypress that are actually coming up out of the ground, but there's old stumps right in here underneath us, and the fish are kind of making that their home right now. And so we're taking advantage of that and running these worms right here along the bottom. And so, and I'm going through the worms because it seems like every one that hits it just tears the worm all to pieces. So, but I'm having fun. Al, you having fun?
I'm having a blast.
He's having a blast. So, hey, I got no complaints.
None.
Carolina All Out is brought to you by the Dixie Deer Classic, the Carolina's premier sportsman's event. XGO, those who know wear XGO. The NC Wildlife Resource Commission, conserving wildlife since 1947. Piggly Wiggly, celebrating 100 years. Farms and Land Realty, selling land is what we do. New Sport Shop, a Carolina tradition since 1953. We'll be right back with more Carolina All Out.
CVA's Accura Series. Bagara barrels for guaranteed accuracy. Nitride for guaranteed rust proofing. And a rifle guaranteed to be the best muzzleloader you've ever shot. CVA, it's just a better gun.
Do you love the outdoors of Carolina as much as we do? Get your official Carolina All Out gear at CarolinaAllOut.com. Show your Carolina pride with our line of hats and t-shirts. Tag us on Facebook when you're wearing your CAO gear for a chance to be featured on our page. Show your love for the Carolina outdoors. Get your official Carolina All Out gear today.
At New Sport Shop in Kinston, we've got the gear. From our bodacious selection of fishing and camping gear to firearms, footwear, outdoor clothing, coolers, and sunglasses. We've got you covered. Come discover our state-of-the-art indoor pistol and archery ranges and uncover unique gifts, jewelry, home decor items, and fashionable clothing inside the Villager. We're New Sport Shop on the Highway 70 bypass in Kinston. At Noose, we've got the gear.
CVA's Accura Series. Bagara barrels for guaranteed accuracy. Nitride for guaranteed rust proofing. And a rifle guaranteed to be the best muzzleloader you've ever shot. CVA, it's just a better gun.
Hi, I'm Spencer with New Sport Shop, and today I'm going to walk you through tying a knot that we use here at the store for connecting braided lines to heavier mono or fluorocarbon leaders. The knot that we're going to tie today is the All Bright. I'll start right now. The black line will illustrate your standing line coming from your reel. The white line will illustrate your leader coming that you're attaching from. First, you want to make a loop here with your standing line from your main line. You will take your leader line and go from the underside of that loop, passing it up through, pulling out your tag end. Then you're going to pinch and hold on that loop, and you're going to wrap around that loop 7-8 times around that standing loop. Then you're going to stop that, hold with your fingers, and wrap back up that same standing line that same amount of times. Once you terminal end up this way on the top of your loop, you'll feed your tag end of your leader back out the same way that you came in on this loop on your main line. Then hold both ends, wet your knot with saliva, and pull them down tight. That knot there is what we use here at New Sport Shop to connect on your larger leaders. This knot will be seamless through your guides to cast and to reel through them. For more tips and info for knot tying techniques, stop by New Sport Shop on Highway 70 East, Kinston, or give us a call at 252-527-5058. Thank you.
Well, we're here today with our good friend Al Beaman from Dakota Blue, and we're going to catch some big bass today. What do you think, Al?
I'm ready.
You ready? I'm ready. Let's go do it.
Dakota Blue's popularity has been exploding, with an ever-increasing social media presence and their new album, Words I Wrote to You, being released worldwide on platforms such as iTunes and Spotify. The guys have a bright future. But the spotlight hasn't taken away the honesty and humility that these Southern boys were raised with.
But I find that's the same response I hear a lot of people give when they hear your music. For the first time, you make that connection with them, and that is what's so cool about Dakota Blue.
We call them the Blue Crew. And the Blue Crew just keeps getting bigger and bigger. The response has been great. It's like if you can get them to come see us one time, they will be back.
They'll be back.
And that's, again, to me, it just means that we're doing something right, besides having fun.
And that's what this music business is about right now. It is about followers. It's not the same as it, from the way we understand it, it's not what it used to be. Now, record companies are wanting, you to do the work up front to gain the followers. And so no doubt that's what Dakota Blue has been doing. I mean, you guys have been working, man. I mean, touring like you have, times when you didn't feel like it and getting out there and belting it out for a show.
It's part of you got to go to work. That's just part of the deal. Get him.
He's one of those that hit it, and he didn't want to.
I had a bring
There
him.
you go. Man, we almost did a double right there, didn't we? And let's see if we can get him up here.
Pretty fish.
Another pretty fish. Gosh, this place is beautiful. I just love those dark stripes of bass. Is about as pretty a predator as you could ask for in the water, and especially waters like this in Carolina. Another beautiful Carolina bass right there. Well, let's send him back. We might have some more in that hole, you think? I'm ready.
Eastbound and down in an old pickup truck, running on fumes and a handful of luck. Got a rundown room at the Clam Digger Inn. Only got 2 beds, we brought 6 friends. on the beach, nights on the pier, looking at girls, drinking cheap beer. We were young and reckless, we knew how to behave.
Carolina All Out is brought to you by the Dixie Deer Classic, the Carolinas' premier sportsman's event. XGO, those who know wear XGO. The NC Wildlife Resource Commission, conserving wildlife since 1947. Piggly Wiggly, celebrating 100 years. Farms and Land Realty, selling land is what we do. New Sport Shop, a Carolina tradition since 1953. We'll be right back with more Carolina All Out. Do you love the outdoors of Carolina as much as we do? Get your official Carolina All Out gear at CarolinaAllOut.com. Show your Carolina pride with our line of hats and t-shirts. Tag us on Facebook when you're wearing your CAO gear for a chance to be featured on our page. Show your love for the Carolina outdoors. Get your official Carolina All Out gear today.
CVA's Accura Series, Agara barrels for guaranteed accuracy, nitride for guaranteed rust proofing, and a rifle guaranteed to be the best muzzleloader you've ever shot. CVA, it's just a better gun.
At New Sport Shop in Kinston, we've got the gear. From our bodacious selection of fishing and camping gear to firearms, footwear, outdoor clothing, coolers, and sunglasses. We've got you covered. Come discover our state-of-the-art indoor pistol and archery ranges and uncover unique gifts, jewelry, home decor items, and fashionable clothing inside the Villager. We're New Sport Shop on the Highway 70 bypass in Kinston. At Noose, we've got the gear.
CVA's Accura Series, Agara barrels for guaranteed accuracy, nitride for guaranteed rust proofing, and a rifle guaranteed to be the best muzzleloader you've ever shot. CVA, it's just a better gun.
For most outdoorsmen, spring is the time of year that gets their juices flowing. After a long, harsh winter across most of the country, the spring is the first season where sportsmen can get back outside and enjoy nature. Whether it be turkey hunting or fishing.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Hey, that's a nice fish, ain't it? Pretty good. There you go. Nothing shabby there.
Pretty fish.
He is a pretty fish, isn't he? Just, that was really dark.
Maybe a little tiny, but pretty all the same.
Al, you've had a recent success with a song that you guys started performing in the last few months.
Yes.
I think we have something in common with that. It's called Carolina All Out.
Oh, there is it.
And small fish, and look at here, we can't help but have a good time. Now this song we're talking about does have a little bit about bass fishing in it, doesn't it?
It does. The second verse is about fishing.
And we know the first. Now you obviously you're a bass fisherman, and that came easy. How hard was it to ride the deer hunting part of it?
Honestly, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. Going in and knowing that I didn't hunt, it was a bit of a challenge.
Right.
I think most of the time for me, when you write, you know what you're writing about. In this case, you're kind of doing, you're going after, I guess it's like acting. You're doing something that's really not you. But it really wasn't. It came together well. I remember playing it for the guys, and everybody said that they were good with it, so it stuck.
It's not every day that you get to spend time with an up-and-coming band member. It's great to see the simple roots that Al came from. They're not unlike my own. I think this is what helps people connect with Dakota Blue. This trip has got me fired up on some bass fishing too, and I'm ready to hit some big water now to see what we can do.
There's some good fish in this pond.
Yes, there is.
Nice fish. Good gracious, look at that. Well, Al, it has been one heck of a day, hasn't it?
It has that.
And you know what? Nice fish here. Really dark. I mean, I just can't get over how beautiful these fish are. Ah, look at that, another nice one. Looked right there in the top of that mouth.
It'll get easier than that.
It sure doesn't, man. I'll tell you what, I just have to shake your hand and appreciate the opportunity. Little slimy fish. It was great though, really enjoyed it, man. Great fishing, great friends. Couldn't ask for anything more in a Carolina springtime. You guys gotta stay tuned and watch us do some more stuff just like this. Stick around for more Carolina All Out. We got a big day set up for us. We got Al from, sorry. Yeah, that sucked. Oh, dadgummit. So, you've been busy. Oh, come on now. Be a fish now. Come on now.
Always love to sing. Did we repeat this? I don't remember what we recorded
You're going
before.
right back to You ever notice when the kids are doing good, mama raised them, when the kids are doing bad?
Just like your daddy. That's right. I thought that was just my house.
Oh no, oh no.
Daisy.